In this video, I'm going to show you guys the kind of girl you need to avoid at all costs. So make sure you watch until the very end because this is going to get juicy. So this is a conversation my roommate had. And the context here is he matched with this girl 2 or 3 times. So they would match, he would try to make plans, and then she would drop off and disappear, and then they would rematch. So this is like the 3rd time they rematched, and they move things over text. The conversation is pretty sexual, talking about BDSM. She's like, "You've done all these things?" He's like, "Nope, not into golden showers and whatnot, but I've done most. How about you?" She's like, "Same." And then this was on a Saturday. So on Monday afternoon, he texts her, "What part of Miami do you live?" She doesn't respond. So he waits a few days and says, "So you're actually interested in meeting?" And she's like, "No, I'm okay." Now, this is where things get really interesting. He's like, "Okay, it's fine if you're too nervous." She's like, "Yeah, definitely, lol. No, it's just because you took too long to respond." Again, let's put things in perspective. He took less than 48 hours to respond. And this is a girl who, again, has matched with him and unmatched 3 times, but she's pissed that he took like less than 48 hours to get back to her. So I'm actually helping him. I came up with this text. It was literally less than 48 hours. Do you need a guy who's willing to spend all day on his phone for you? And then she's like, "When I'm getting to know someone and potentially meeting them, I expect that communication to be consistent. I'm used to guys showing interest and respect. Absolutely. Have a great day." So she thinks it's disrespectful, which is ironic because you're going to see a lot of gaslighting here. She thinks it's disrespectful that he has a life and he wasn't able to text her right away on the weekend. Pretty crazy. So again, I come up with this text. I'm like, "That's ironic since you seem to have no respect for my time. If you did, you would realize a guy who has a life might get busy for a day on the weekend." And here we're going to listen to Gaslighting Central. So kind of what I wanted to do because I knew at this point it was gone. I just wanted to trigger her. And here we got this voice memo.
Well, actually, I'm going to need you to get real and be honest with yourself. Because you're not lying to anyone but yourself. Your time is definitely not that important. Because if it were, you would have been texting me back to try to meet up with me. If your time
was important, you would spend all day on your phone texting me. Okay.
So important, you were so worried about me wasting your time. Usually that's what guys do. They show interest. So the fact that you think I'm going to sit here and have a conversation with you or meet you after you text me back 2 days later, what the fuck do you think that this is? I don't know who you think that you are, but you can try that with someone else, not me. Yeah, I lost interest. I'm already iffy about you anyway. This is our our 3rd or 4th time matching. I think if something would have happened, it would have happened already. So clearly it's not meant to be. And again,
So this is just classic gaslighting. She's blaming him for the fact that nothing happened, even though the reason they haven't met up yet is 100% on her here, right? But she's looking for little excuses, little things like, "Oh, you didn't respond to me fast enough, so therefore it's your fault." This is a girl who has a massive victim complex, and you want to avoid those at all costs.
Iffy with you because your dick is not as big as I would like it to be. I'm not saying that it can't do anything, but I don't think it's worth the risk.
So she's never even seen his dick. She's referring to that, again, look, I wasn't there for that part of the conversation, but he texted her, she asked him his dick size, he texted her, the number started with 7, so we'll just leave it at that, and she was basically like, "Oh, that's so awesome." So now she's like flipping it around saying his dick is too small. Fucking weird.
Honestly. So now we're taking a chance, so, you really should have, the ball was in your court, you should have acted accordingly. You did not. You fumbled. So it is what it is. I'm sure.
Great analogy there, ma'am. So yeah, basically this is just gaslighting. So I have him say this: "I appreciate the passive-aggressive voice memo. The gaslighting is off the charts. Every time we would match and I try to set up a date, you would just disappear on a match, and now you're doing the same thing. You're butthurt because a guy you never met didn't respond to you right away." Kind of explains the single mom thing, though. Boom. And here's her follow-up.
Talking about, there was nothing passive aggressive about my message whatsoever. I was very direct and clear, and I already told you. I'm literally nothing about what I said was passive aggressive. I literally was completely upfront with you. Clearly, you have a problem with comprehension.
When you say that what you said was not passive aggressive multiple times, chances are it was pretty fucking passive aggressive.
So that sounds like a you issue. I definitely don't want to deal with that. That would be some problem. So there's nothing to be butthurt about. The only one that is butthurt is you, honey. If I wanted you, you would have been had me. Do you understand how that works? You sound stupid. I guess, do you not know how it works with women? Are you new to this, or I'm confused? If I wanted you, I would have been had you, period. I don't. I If I wanted to see you, I would have been. I would have been asking you what's going on, all that stuff.
So notice this. So initially, she blames him for fumbling because he didn't text her fast enough. And now she's trying to play that card where like, oh, I wasn't interested anyway. This is like when a dude goes up to a girl, gets brutally rejected, like, I didn't even want that bitch. Like, I don't fucking care, whatever. She's not even attractive. I don't even know why I'm talking to her, right? It's the same exact type of thing, right? So what we have here is a very fragile ego, and we have zero accountability. You have a girl who thinks she's a victim and is gaslighting Gavin. And these are the kind of girls that are the biggest nightmares. But if you guys thought that was bad, I got something much crazier for you. This is one of my old interactions, and you're going to see the gaslighting meter just go well past 10. It's going to be like literally falling off the thing because it's going to be like boiling over and just going to be just pure nonsense victim, gaslighting, whatever kind of horse shit you can imagine in one convo. So this is a girl who I was trying to make plans with sometime, right? And she just was super annoying and super flaky. So she messages me, still working. I'm like, just about done. What's up? She's like, bedtime now, dear. I work early. I say, sweet dreams. Then she texts me, good night. And then she says, good morning. And then she literally waits, I don't know, like 5 hours and says, are you always a man of this many words? So I reply, hey, been dealing with the AC thing all day. It's finally fixed. How's it going? My AC was broken. She's like, that's good. I say, yes, we should celebrate. Also, context, we live like literally 2 blocks away from each other. Like she's literally in the building right over. She says, oh yeah, lol. I say, yeah. So do you always say one thing to a girl all day and then ask to hang out? I'm like, yeah, I prefer talking real life. She does the 2 dots. I say, is that so wrong? She's like, so the only time I'll ever talk to you is if I'm there in person. Otherwise, I'm not worth your time. Definitely doesn't seem like you just want to hook up or anything. Now, you can see the victim mindset starting to emerge, right? She's such a victim, you know, because I'll never talk to her I'll never talk to her over text. I'm just like, no, we've been talking for a month now, which is true. We're going back and forth. She's like, Lo, we haven't been talking. It was mostly arguing. I know very little about you. So here I just call her out because you keep creating an issue out of shit that doesn't need to be an issue. Like this, we literally live down the street from each other. I'm inviting you to have a drink with me and chat, and all you can focus on is that I didn't text you enough during the day. So yeah, at this point, I'm still being diplomatic. She's like, it wasn't enough. It just wasn't at all. I'm like, noted. She's like, listen, I'm not trying to be rude. And this is just how people who only want one thing act, right? So because I didn't text her often enough, I might just want her for a one night stand. I say, notice how people who are busy with work and are unsure about a person who lives down the street, but is proving extremely difficult to meet, act. She's like, the weekend is better for me because I have to start work at 7:30 in the morning. So it kind of changes gears. I say, all right, why don't we do tomorrow night then? She's like, I may be able to do that. I have to go to my friend's place tomorrow. I'm like, sounds good. She's like, I have to get my nails done. It sounds very stupid, but it's very important. I say, well, good thing you have all day. At this point, I'm just like, yeah, like she's cute. I'm going to try to meet her. Like if she's come straight to my place, but I'm not going to invest much energy here. She's like, are you going to be nice to me at least? So I respond by saying, yes, if you're nice to me. Then she sends me a photo of her, kind of her tits out. Good morning. I say, morning, blue eyes. She's like, how are you? I say, good. Just finishing up a home workout. How about you? So this is the day of our date. She's like, just got my nails done. I say, going to look extra pretty for our date. She gives me a smiley face. I say, how does 9:30 sound? She's like, okay, dear. Right now I'm at my friend's. Sounds good. I won't be home. Well, I can't leave yet because I'm a tad fucked up. This sent at 8 p.m. I'm like, what? She's like, sorry, I was drinking at my friend's. I'm like, so are you still coming over? Or she's like, I'm not home yet. I'm sorry. I'm not flaky. I just drank more than I realized like an idiot. Where are you at again? I know you said a few blocks, but I'm like, give her the building I'm in. She just sends me another photo at 1 a.m. Finally home. I had to nap at my friend's because I'm an idiot. Hope you forgive me and see me tomorrow. Right? Totally flakes. Takes close to zero accountability for it. It's like, oh, I'm not flaky. It's just that I got drunk and I couldn't come. Like, that's like something you would say when you're in high school, maybe. So again, here I'm still pretty chill, right? Because I still think there's maybe a 5% chance like this would go down. Plus, he'll make an epic video, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you going to make it up to me? She's like, what does that entail? I say a nice back rub. She's like, that's probably not going to happen. I'm really small and I have a lot of back pain myself. So there's no way I'm going to be able to massage you. I'm like, how small are we talking? She's like, well, I'm 5'3" and I have teeny hands. So here's a pretty funny text. I'm like, perfect for those teeny knots. She's like, well, I can try. That's my girl. So then the next day, where she said she was going to make it up to me, I say, what time are you free tonight? No response. So I wait until 9 p.m. So it was 5 p.m. when I said that. 9 p.m. I say, going to flake. She's like, no, I'm home. I say, okay. And she's like, why are you being so aggressive? I never agreed to hang out with you. I don't really need this. Like, I didn't have the best day. I don't need to get fucking yelled at by somebody. Like, first of all, bitch, no one's yelling at you. And second of all, can you say victim? Like, just such a victim over here. And again, victim mindsets are just the worst because they never take accountability for anything. I'm like, aggressive? I'm trying to figure out if you're going to flake 2 nights in a row. Okay, yesterday I got too drunk and I couldn't leave my friend's house. That was my fault. Today I didn't ever agree to do anything. I've literally been sitting at home. I'm like, your exact words were, I hope you forgive me and see me tomorrow. And then here she tries to gaslight me, blame it on me that we didn't hang out. Okay, so why didn't you text me? I've been home upset because something happened earlier at my friend's house. I was just bullshit. I'm like, I texted you 5 hours ago. You didn't respond. She's like, and nothing between now and yelling at me. So this is just like, just try to fathom this gaslighting, right? So she flaked on me 2 nights in a row, but she's now trying to shift the blame on me. The reason that we didn't hang out was because when I texted her 5 hours ago, I didn't text her anything after that until I texted her at 9 p.m. So when she ignored my first text when we had plans, I should have been texting her like every hour, like, hey, how are you doing? Are you fighting with your friends still? Blah, blah, blah. Right? Just crazy, crazy logic. But people who are victims just refuse to take accountability for anything. She's like, I already got fucking cursed out today. I don't need to get yelled at again. So she keeps talking like as if I'm yelling at her. I'm like, because you didn't respond. Do you want me to treat you like a little child? At this point, I'm just mainly trolling. She's like, no, if I had a bad day, I don't need to get badgered anymore. So I'm like, to answer your question, why I don't spend all day texting is because you've proven yourself to be a total waste of time. She's like, okay, thank you for telling me what you really think about me. I'm glad I didn't meet you because obviously I was just a waste of your time anyway. I'm like, my mind wasn't made up, but you've just proven it by acting like a child. She's like, okay, well, I appreciate you being honest with me. So here I drop the bomb. Here's another one. You'll be single forever if you don't change, which is true. Like, I stand by that statement. She's like, thanks. Well, obviously you were just going to fuck me anyway, so I would have been single regardless. Again, just victim mindset. Have a nice night. I hope it makes you feel like a big man to kick somebody down when they're down, yell at somebody instead of actually being a fucking man. Goodbye. Again, no one's yelling at her. Like, she's just completely making that up, but she's such a victim. You know, she needs to basically reality to kind of change itself to fit her victim narrative. I'm like, no, I was going into it interested in getting to know you, but you've just wasted my time 2 nights in a row, and you're proving you're a flake. She's like, yeah, well, I had a really fucking bad day, and I've been in my apartment crying, but thank you. I'm glad to know what you really think about me. You're probably right. I will probably be single forever. And I just say, most likely, unless you change, you're still fairly young. And then she just sends me like another essay, basically just being a victim, repeating the same thing. Nothing really interesting there. But this is just like top-notch victim mentality that you guys saw right here. And these are the 2 kind of girls that you want to avoid at all costs, because all they will do is they will do shitty things, they will gaslight you, they will blame it on you, they'll make you think it was your fault, and then they will just continue their behavior because they're such victims, because they're so privileged, they're just incapable of taking an ounce of accountability. All right, hope you guys found this saga entertaining. And again, the lesson here is just there's certain types of girls, it's not all of them, but some percentage of girls like this, you just need to avoid it at all costs. Anyway, if you guys want to level up your dating results, check out my free Tinder guide. Link is going to be in the description. Shows you how to get good photos so you start getting more matches, how to write the kind of bio that makes you stand out so girls actually start messaging you first and become more engaged. And of course, text can take all those leads you're going to get and turn them into dates. And it's free. Link is going to be in the description. Thank you guys, and until next time.